Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Breitling for Bentley is back, this time in the form of the Breitling for Bentley Motors Special Edition Chronograph. Now, a little while ago I did a review of the Breitling for Bentley Chronograph GMT, which was a watch that in a lot of ways was similar to this one, but there are some key distinctions here that I feel broaden the appeal of this watch, and at least from my personal standpoint, make it a little bit preferable. Now let's just start out by saying this is a 49mm case. It's big, it's polished, it's steel, so again, it does take a kind of wrist and a kind of sensibility to pull this off. Now I've gotten some requests for wrist shots on our YouTube channel, so I'm just going to throw this on my roughly 6 1/3 inch wrist, just so you get an idea. Okay, so that's that, and that's how it looks. Try to get you an angled shot there. It's doable. If you like the big watch look, I think this could work for you. If you feel that no formal watch could ever be over 40mm, again, you're not going to want to wear this with a suit. And if you're just not into big watches, period, you may want to look elsewhere. But if you like the idea of a Bentley automobile, not the watch, chances are you're going to like the idea of this watch, because Breitlings for Bentley, like Bentleys themselves, are big and bold and unmistakably in your face. They're confident cars for confident people, maybe even a little bit flamboyant people. So the bottom line is, if you like to show off, if you like tech that stands out, this is a great choice. And all of the traditional Breitling merits are there. It's a chronometer, COSC certified, tested for 2 weeks in multiple positions at multiple temperatures. It has that third-party endorsement, so it is accurate to -4 +6 over a 24-hour period. And that's an outstanding refinement to have, because, I don't know, it seems today that a lot of companies are going to in-house standards for timing, and while I'm sure the quality doesn't diminish in any real way, being told, take our word for it, doesn't have the same ring to me as independently certified. So chronometer, at least in my view, still means something. Also, the famed Breitling circular slide rule, made famous by the Navitimer, is featured on this watch. Now, the Chronograph GMT that I featured a few weeks back had a circular bidirectional bezel that was associated with the GMT hand, and basically a world time feature whereby you could line that bezel up with the GMT hand and get the time at any given moment in all 24 time zones. But the bottom line is, here you're getting that traditional circular computer of sorts. You can use it to do multiplication, you can use it to do division, you can time average speeds with it, you can use it to do currency conversions. I know I'm probably losing you here. Hey, you can use this watch to do math. But look, if you've got kids, this might be a selling point. Hey honey, I need this watch to, tutor the kids. Just think of all the excuses you could spin off of that. But beyond the slide rule, which is, if nothing else, a cool tech feature on the dial and looks boss, you've also got a double speed chronograph. Now, this just improves the resolution, so it's easier to read the increments of a second. As the movement beats, it actually beats 8 times per second. So to be able to discern each one of those 1/8 of a second increments, Breitling speeds up the chronograph hand that allows it to just cover a bigger span every time it jumps, so that when you do stop it, you hesitate less when you read it, and you read those 1/10 or those 1/8 of a second, I should say. And on this dial, you do get a good deal of contrast. This is a unique dial treatment, and first of all, I'll just mention that double-speed chronograph is based on a Breitling patent from the early 20th century, so you got a little bit of Breitling heritage going on there. But back to the dial. It's a gorgeous sort of matte green. It's not like the British racing green on that previous Chronograph GMT. This is almost like a metallic beaded green. It definitely looks like it has a texture to it in person, and the closer you get to it, the more it appears to have inlaid metallic elements, almost like a metallic paint job on a car, but again, with a pronounced texture. It's matte, not gloss, and I feel like with the silver elements and the rhodium-plated polished hands and indexes, it's just that much more attractive even than the British Racing Green Chronograph GMT. And speaking of contrasts with that watch, it continues in the strap. Now that one was on a natural rubber strap, which was very attractive, but because it had conforming lugs, if you wanted to wear it on a smaller wrist, you couldn't pull the strap right down like that to fit a smaller wrist. On this watch, you actually have decent clearance between the lug and the case, so you can get that tighter fit. And another great feature, instead of a deployant clasp, on a larger watch, I prefer the easy incremental adjustment that comes with an Ardeon buckle like this. So if you like the pin buckle and the tang, this watch has that. And it also has a beautiful hand-stitched contrasting thread, which I feel really makes this watch pop, especially when you look at the contrast that's present on the dial between the rehaut of the bidirectional bezel and the inner dial, and it continues onto the strap with that contrasting stitch and the green alligator. Just beautiful, very thick, very heavily bolstered. This strap has just as much presence on the wrist as the case itself. So like I said, this is a watch for bold tastes. If you like the idea of a Bentley Continental or a Bentley Supersports, chances are you're going to like the Breitling for Bentley Motors Special Edition chronograph that we have right here. The watch presents in outstanding condition, and it was purchased with all original equipment, and that's exactly how we're offering it. Everything that you would have received at the original Breitling authorized dealer when this watch was purchased comes with it from watchyouwant.com. So check out this Breitling for Bentley Motors Chronograph Special Edition 49mm stainless steel, self-winding COSC chronometer, double speed chronograph, jump date, circular slide rule, basically a computer mechanical built-in. This watch is packed with toys, it's packed with attitude, it's got a big expressive look to it, and it's got a palpable sense of fun to it. Although it's extrovert, it's not pretentious, and I feel that might be the ultimate key to this watch's appeal. So check it out on our website, watchyouwant.com. We are the pre-owned luxury watch authorities. I'm confident that if you check us out and you look at our high-res photographs of our inventory of over 200 watches, you will find the watch you want.